Hey, AI isn't biased. It certainly isn't racist or ableist like your last video implied. It's the data you put in. The data I put in? I prompted an autistic person, and in 148 results, only 2 were female presenting, 5 looked over the age of 30, a third, for some reason, had red hair, most were gaunt and looked sickly, all of them looked unhappy, and 100% were white. What AI thinks is an autistic person is discriminatory. AI doesn't think these things. It gathers the available data that the people have created. You're blaming AI for society's perception. You're right, it absolutely learns from the input that it's given. AI that has no data is theoretically neutral, unless, of course, the programming of how it learns and interprets data has bias. But once you reach a platform size like Midjourney or any of the others, especially those that charge money, you then have a platform that from an end user's experience gets results with embedded systemic bias that then reinforces and amplifies that bias throughout the user base and into culture. AI should not default to depicting young white men to the exclusion of others. White men are the worst, right? Could you be a little less vacuously woke? What? AI is far from a perfect or useful tool. It makes a lot of mistakes, but it only reflects the data that's out there. The mistake that AI engineers are making today is trying to imbue AI with some sort of approved set of ethical and moral filters, so it ignores or changes the data it has access to in order to make it more palatable. But the danger is that the truth is lost, and palatable is subjective. The danger? In this specific instance? That autistic people can be depicted as any race, gender, age, size, that they can be happy and healthy. So depicting that reality is dangerous? There is nothing more dangerous than people tweaking data to make it more palatable to the individual, because which individual is right? So I'm saying we exist. All of this diversity exists. That's scientifically verifiable. And you call making sure the AI represents that reality subjective? A matter of making it palatable? AI's interpretation reflects the most common perceptions of humanity toward autism from data that's found. Yeah. Think of AI as the sounding board for the world's true perception, not the cause of it. When we successfully change people's perceptions, AI will change along with the data. So AI is racist, sexist, ableist, ageist. No, you gaslighting, arrogant, sexist, racist! I didn't mention color, race, disability, or any other divisive topic you're making up. You're blaming AI instead of society. If a company sells a calculator app that gives inaccurate results, they'd get sued. Imagine the bookkeeping issues, the tax reporting problems, the failing grades in calculus. The broken app would be immediately recalled. When an AI platform consistently gives inaccurate, harmful results, you pointing out that it isn't the AI's fault is a distinction without a difference. This is what people mean when they talk about systemic racism, systemic sexism, systemic ableism, etc. The system itself is biased. Calling it anything other than discrimination is privileged bias. And there are countless accounts of AI engineers from diverse backgrounds facing active discrimination at these AI companies. Now, please point me to any AI platform that does not regularly give harmful, biased results. Tell you what, rather than this all be theoretical about what we shouldn't do, how about I throw this back at you? What do you think could be done to change this in AI? Let's pursue your line of thinking. Do a recall on the calculator. Oh, yeah, and cost how much money? That's how capitalism works when you put out a product that is harmful. So how about this? Number one, the AI platform must disclose that it gives results that perpetuate discrimination. Number two, the way generative AI companies scrape, which is another word for steal, their source data is unethical. This scraping should be regulated under updated copyright laws, making it illegal to do without consent. Number three, this scraping process causes harmful, discriminatory results that these companies are not taking efforts to address. The source data is not overseen to ensure accuracy or diversity, and diversity is one element of accuracy. Number four, countless different companies are actively, as we speak, firing staff and replacing them with AI. Those companies are not accounting for bias and so are participating in further discrimination. No company should be replacing jobs with AI as AI exists now, especially without DEI oversight. To address all of these issues, AI needs to be regulated by the government. This regulation needs to address both copyright issues and inaccurate, harmful results that further discriminate against people. AI companies need to be required to adjust for harmful bias, ensuring that people are not being actively discriminated against by the AI's results. Discrimination is already illegal. Those laws need to be adjusted and updated to specifically address the realities of AI. And beyond that, AI companies need to proactively train their AI, or I guarantee they will be facing lawsuits. They have the power. As a systems and quantitative analyst commented on my last video, it is machine learning. The clustering, regression, reinforcement, etc. can be post-processed. It is our tool. Let's tune it. Finally, one very small step everyone can make to help both AI companies and the government take these issues seriously is to share these videos and others like it to help educate on the realities that we currently face with generative AI. And personally, the fact that you are the head of UX at a very large IT company, that you teach and train UX staff at every level, that you give seminars on corporate UX strategy, and that you think it is racist and sexist of me to point out how problematic it is that AI defaults to young white men, all of that is terrifying. Terrifying. And yet it aligns with so many reports of marginalized people who work in tech. The tech industry as a whole needs to do better and screen their employees for harmful attitudes and behaviors like yours. I am an active part of my company's DEI initiatives and our UX reflects it.